everyone, it's me, the real me. I actually recorded this video once, but turned out I was a dumbass who tried recording with my mic turned off, so I have to re-record this thing all over again. It's success. Once again, I thank Rat for submitting Rat's gameplay footage, like the 4 Darkest Dungeon quests. So this is the third one. Both Rat and I know that this is the quest that Rat misplayed the most on. I already talked on Discord with Rat on how Rat misplayed and why. Turns out Rat wasn't aware of some very important general approaches to this dungeon, but it's okay, it happens. Stuff happens. Yeah. So if any of you aren't uber casual players, if any of you want to do challenge runs that aren't blind, if you want to do your research, be sure to, you know, watch how the people actually play stuff. Yeah. It's good to have knowledge and stuff before you do them.
The gateless gate.
Yeah.
A mountain.
So, I have stuff to nitpick
The
on. Yeah.
gateless gate.
So I've already talked about stuff with Rat, so Rat knows about this. Yeah. The party composition that I ran for the third Darkest Dungeon quest for no healing was Arbalist, Plague Doctor, Highwayman, Hellion. It's what I usually run in general, kind of. So Rat was dissatisfied with having to run Houndmaster. Rat would have wanted to run a man at arms that would have offered tons of dodge with bolster and tactics, and then command for accuracy. Makes sense. Would have been a really good composition. But Rat didn't have enough men at arms in Rat's roster. Had only like 3 men at arms. Would have liked to have 4. So just took Hellmaster with double dodge setups, and yeah, this isn't a good hero pick for this dungeon because for the boss battle you want offensive pressure, you want lots of accuracy, but this Hellmaster is just stuck guarding another hero with guard dog. You'll see it in the video. So you kind of lack offensive pressure. You definitely want to have another hero. I would have run something like, I don't know, a second Howman wouldn't be bad. You could also run Grave Robber, who starts off at rank 4, opens up with a lunge, and then just keeps chucking, throwing daggers. Maybe use Toxin Trickery for additional dodge if you want to. Not a super passive hero that just spams guard dog, but it's what it is. The other heroes have great trinket setups. Other heroes are great hero picks, the usual picks. So no complaint from
A
me.
maddening aperture to realms beyond human
Okay, let's go.
understanding.
Yeah, Red spends a lot of time just checking stuff out, feeling anxious, understandably so. Yeah, just skipping because yeah, Red just like checks over stuff. Gonna camp, gonna set up buffs, spoilers. Hellion's gonna use Battle Trance,
A
Sharpened
spark
Spear.
kindling.
This one's gonna use
A world without hope.
Clean Guns, and there's gonna be uh, Encourage on to Plague Doctor, who has the most stress and the biggest stress modifiers. One nitpick I could have gone with was this. So uses Battle Trance. It's 25% damage if in position 1, minus 25% damage if not in position 1. So what I usually tend to do is, let's watch. I don't use the herb until Hellion actually gets moved to other ranks because Hellion might not get moved outside of rank 1. Then you could just not use the herb and save it. But minor nitpick because usually you have more than enough herbs to use for this quest. And a bigger nitpick would be, yeah, I nitpicked on this on the previous recording, which didn't have my voice recorded. So none of the enemies in the third Darkest Dungeon quest bleed you. Yeah, as far as I know, if you take the normal insane route. So unless you have an occultist that could bleed heroes with weird reconstruction, this bandage sits here doing nothing. So I don't know, maybe take uh, another stack of anti-venom, maybe another stack of torch, just to be safer. Just anything else, not the bandages. But yeah, and I've already talked about the camping skills usage, so that's that.
The strength to follow it.
Changes skills a bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, not right now. Gonna change skills for the boss battle. This one isn't the boss battle, so. Yeah, I've already made the nitpicks in the previous recording, which wasn't recorded, so sucks ass, dang. Yeah, just gonna open fire onto the rank 2, which I wouldn't have done. Nice crit.
Impressive.
Yeah. So what I personally would have done was to open fire on the rank 3, then double stun the rank 1 and 2 with Yop, then that's tons of pressure. Then I would have probably killed off the rank 3 with Howmaster or something. But yeah. Really nice dodges because none of these heroes are carrying dodge trinkets. They're carrying double accuracy trinkets. So good luck there. Nice RNG. Alright, not a bad start. But I would have, personally, would have shot the rank 3 and then double stunned the rank 1 and 2. Alright, okay. This is the really weird thing. Yeah, spreading damage. I don't see what's going on. I would have just, you know, maybe because this one had already spent its actions. So, but I would personally just, finish off the enemy. Because over here you see Hellion just dumping damage here. I guess Rat could have. There is an explanation that would make sense. So basically, Rat thought Hellion by herself would have enough damage to kill the rank 2, so dumping both heroes' attacks on this one would be overkill. So I should use Noxious Blast on rank 1. Then that kind of makes sense.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, okay. Focus fire. Okay, that's a kill. We jump in. Yeah, see? Using equipping tracking shot for the boss battles is a very sane thing to do. It's optimal. Yeah, but I really don't think you need grape shot for the boss battle because what could happen is that you could use disorienting blast and the rank 4 white cell stock enemy which can teleport your heroes get moves to rank 1 and you just want to keep prioritizing on keeping the rank 1. You don't want to spread out damage with grape blast shots, so to be fair, like Red could say stuff like camping buffs. So Grape Shot has quite a lot of damage. I have double accuracy trinkets, including yeah, both of them being trinkets that buff ranged accuracy. So I would rather have Grape Shot over Open Vein. Then okay, that would make sense. Still, Open Bleed deals so much bleed damage. So yeah. You probably don't need Yop for the boss battle, so. And I personally don't like using Bleed Out for the boss battle because it debuffs your damage, and you would say, but Bleed Out deals so much damage anyways with the bleed and damage, so even with a self buff, it hits so hard. What I mean to say is, it will lower Iron Swan damage, and if you lower Iron Swan damage, then you have a lot more you have a harder time killing the rank 4 White Cell stock. I'll go on about this in detail. Let's go. He enters the boss battle. Yeah, so you should always focus on prioritizing the rank 4 White Cell stock if you're playing the third Darkest Dungeon quest because um, this boss has two actions. And if you kill this rank 4 enemy and then stun it, it'll spend two of its actions in a round doing first action being stunned, second action 99% chance to resummon the rank 4. So if you keep killing the rank 4 and keep stunning this enemy, then yeah, it just uses both of its actions, not actually attacking the heroes. It has like a 1% chance to attack the heroes instead of resummoning the rank 4, but then its rank 4 will still be empty. It won't have you won't have an enemy that could potentially teleport you on its second action. You won't have an enemy healing the mammoth sized or like let's say like trying to displace your heroes. So yeah, but turns out when I talked about this on Discord with Rat wasn't aware of the tactics, so it's understandable. Rat probably didn't watch how other players fought the boss battles. Yeah. Yeah, tracking shot onto the rank 4 was a no-brainer play. You just empty the damage on this one. Blinding gas burr. Really painful to see how Houndmaster isn't contributing to offensive pressure because once again, if you just keep killing the rank 4 and keep stun locking the boss, then the boss doesn't attack. So yeah. If the boss takes attacks, it has 1.5 chance to attack the heroes not protected by guard dog, and then these heroes don't have uber high dodge because both of them are carrying double accuracy trinkets, no dodge trinkets on them. So yeah. 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 8 blight here, so the Hyumen is taken down to less than half of its HP. If it takes another attack like this one, it'll be sent to death's door. So this boss has lots of HP, has 190 HP and 25 prot on Blood Moon, deals super high damage, so you really don't want it to take attacks. Rat, I'm gonna be brutally honest, Rat was just really lucky. Rat gets some nice dodges. Rat's Hyumen, you'll see, will just keep critting over and over and over and over and over again against this rank 4 White Cell stock, so Rat just got really lucky in this run. Yeah, uses holy water.
Brilliant confluence of skills.
Yeah, just just crit spur. Painful. Rat goes gung ho straight for the boss. Funny thing you'll see is how Rat alternates between bleed out and if it bleeds against the boss. So maybe Rat doesn't want to stack self damage debuffs too much. But yeah, I would just not use this at all unless the boss is really low on HP and I want to burst it down or something. So it would make sense to run both bleed out, wicked hack for this boss if you want to. I wouldn't necessarily do so, but yeah. Nice crits. Okay. Gung ho against the boss. Yeah, heals himself and buffs off. I wasn't kidding when I said Hyumen will just keep critting the rank 4 over and over again with pistol shot to one shot it. Yeah. Has a 41.5% to crit the head, a 41% 5 chance to crit the rank 4 White Cell stock, if I remember correctly. So just getting quite lucky. The Plague Doctor also keeps landing the crits, stuns, sorry. Had really, really good dice rolls here. Mhm. Okay, the boss is gonna die. Dog treats and then hound rushes, if I remember correctly. That's a kill.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, not bad.
In
Okay,
Radiance, may we find
enters.
victory.
Spoilers, but Rat didn't change back skill sets, so Fireman still has tracking shot equipped instead of opening vein. So yeah, good resist, didn't get moved. Pistol shot burr.
Precision and power.
Ouchies, stuns. Oh, just guard dogs. Interesting. Makes sense. Not a terrible play. It finishes off the kill. But this Highwayman had like 14 speed, so I mean this one's kind of fast, has like 11, 12 speed, so Grave Shot to finish this one off wouldn't have been a bad play, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, finish it off.
Annihilated.
Dun 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 dun. Mm, interesting. Okay. Mm, doesn't Red feed the heroes? That doesn't heal food heal the heroes, just goes for the mini boss. Okay. Okay. Alright, 52% chance for the blackjack to stun on a non-crit, and it goes through. Nice.
Singular strike.
About at half HP.
The ground quakes.
Double dodge, really lucky over there. Could have been something like 20, almost 20 damage, like 17 crit on both heroes.
Can exsanguination be considered a virtue?
Yeah, Will Camp now does the same thing.
Friendship.
The same feedback from me. Okay.
The light. The promise of safety.
Yeah. Probably just changes camping skill sets to the default. Good habit to have. Let's go, yeah. Super minor uber nerd nitpick could have walked one more tile before the camp, but yeah. Okay, holy waters, everyone enters. Rat uses tracking shot on the mammoth size, which hurt my soul. Like every single time I watch this happen. You know, should have just hit the rank 4, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the same play. Basically just goes straight for the boss. Lucky dodge.
Masterfully executed.
Okay. Really, really nice RNG. Nothing, nothing much else I have to say. For the sake of redundancy, I say this for the 5,000th time, but
And improvement.
just keep prioritizing on killing the rank 4 white cell stock. and stunning this mammoth-sized. Then the boss spends both of its actions not attacking. Yeah, you don't want to face tank something like this. No, you don't. Yeah. I'm saying this because some of the casual players really need to know this if they want to play uh not terribly, have good odds on winning.
Destroyed.
Yeah, you don't want to trade blows with an enemy that has 190 HP, 25 prot, and deals, hits like a freight truck. You don't. Trust me, you don't.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, that's gonna be a kill. GG's. Yeah. So the biggest nitpicks once again. You don't need bandages for the third Darkest Dungeon quest because none of the enemies bleed you. Um, for the multiple boss battles, keep prioritizing on killing the rank 4 White Cell stock ASAP, then keep stun locking the boss, then the boss will just spend its time being stunned and resummoning the rank 4 so it won't be able to attack you. You kinda use your remaining firepower after killing the rank 4 White Cell stock on the boss. You kill this one and then hit the boss when you can afford to. That's the safest safe gameplay. And then just basic stuff like remember to switch back skill sets and everything. But yeah, I already talked about everything with Rat on Discord because Rat is a friend. Yeah. Thanks once again to Rat for submitting gameplay footage so that I have you know content to upload. And as always, thanks to my 3 viewers, maybe 4, for watching this stuff. Like, leave a like if you feel bored and have nothing better to do because it makes my day brighter, makes me happier. Leave comments on, leave comments because I really like talking about the game. Subscribe if you haven't yet because I don't know, bigger number makes me happier. Yeah. Feel free to leave a link of your Darkest Dungeon 1 campaign gameplay footage. Like, leave a YouTube link, then I'll be happy to offer feedback. Like, you know, yeah. Me if you want me to be super nitpicky or if you want me to go lighter on you. Because casual players are casual players and I would have like a bazillion things to nitpick on and it could seem harsh and it could hurt your feelings. So yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time. I really want to take a nap. Bye bye. Woohoo!